Hello, I'm Shasta with the Orange County Library System here at the West Oaks branch in Ocoee, Florida on February 20th, 2013, capturing memories from our community. Can you please tell us your name and where you're from?
I'm Scott Vandergrift, Mayor of Ocoee, born in Ocoee.
Welcome, Mayor Scott. Can you tell us a little bit about your family? How long have they lived in the area?
They had to have moved into town somewhere in the 30s. I was born in 1940. They moved into a double garage with a dirt floor, and 10 years later I think they got the floor in, and I came along at that time. So they've been here quite a while.
And what is your earliest memory of Ocoee?
Well, it was a small town. There was 750 people here when I was born, and if you got in trouble, your mama knew about it before you got home. And so everybody knew everybody, and there was no big secrets to be kept. If there were, nobody knew them because they were secret, I suppose.
What sort of changes have you seen here over the years?
Phenomenal growth, particularly in the last 2 decades since 1992 when I was elected mayor the first time. We had 12,000 people here, and today we have somewhere between 36,000 and 38,000 people. It's exciting. It's scary. How do you hold on to that small town flavor? That's something that I kind of have out there as my guideline for being mayor. What do I do to make that happen? So I try to be very friendly to everybody, and hopefully that will rub off on them and they're friendly to others.
And how did you become mayor?
Well, my first entry into the elected official field, I'm not a politician. It's my hometown, and that's why I'm here, as a public servant. I was serving the public at that time with helping some teenagers run a dance in town. And they hired a policeman, they paid everything, and every couple of weeks they'd have a dance, and they paid a policeman to walk out in a parking lot and be sure nothing was going amiss in the parking lot. He had a big flashlight with 8 batteries in it, and they ran down there on a night where the dance was on. So he came to me and asked me if I could get a light put up in the parking lot because I was sponsoring the thing, and the kids did too. They didn't want anything going on out there. And so I approached City Hall after doing research and found it out it only cost cost nothing to put up, and $2.50 a month for what it took to pay for it. And they said no, and it kind of irritated me, and so I ran for office and became a city commissioner in 1967. Got the street light put up. Found out I could serve a lot more people in office than I did just being in the civic group of the community, and from there I've served in office off and on since 1967. I was mayor in 1973-75, and then mayor again in 1992 until now.
Can you tell us, what do you love most about Ocoee?
Well, I would like to say its quaintness, its uniqueness. It still has some of that small town flavor to it. I love the fact that it's changed. Today we're truly an international community. When I did have to run for elections, I was just elected without opposition. You would go door to door and you would talk to people. And the last time I had to do that, about every 2 out of 5 houses were another nationality recently here. And so I try to tout that as no longer are we rednecks. There's a few rednecks left. There's a few bigots left. But at one time they were outnumbering everybody else. And so I'm very proud of the community, where it has been and where it has come to.
And what do you think the future holds?
Well, expansion for one thing. It's exciting and it's scary at the same time. We've got a hospital in the community. We've got a lot of things that you don't have to leave the community to do, which you did before. You had to go all the way into Orlando to get things done. I'm trying to get a university system or a college system here in town. I visit our schools quite often, and the kids, the biggest thrill I get is driving through a neighborhood and have a kid 2 blocks away yell, "Hey, Mayor." They know who I am. I don't hide from them. And then I can chew them out when they're doing wrong and praise them when they do it right. So sometimes I yell at them when they're not wearing their helmets while biking. and they don't hate me for that. I think they understand.
And can you tell us about the book that you have there?
Oh, this is a history of Ocoee, recently published about a year and a half ago. It's probably they're about sold out of the books, but this one's going to be in the library. I've donated it in my wife's name to the library. You can check it out. Betty J's Florist here in town has what few is left, and there was talking about doing a reprinting of the book, but my wife was very much involved in it. She just passed away. Don't know where it's going to go now, but Nancy McGuire did the majority of the writing. My wife, when Nancy died, told her she would pick it up and carry it forward, and she was an editor of school books herself before she retired, and so they two put it together, and it's got a lot of the old families in there, a lot of the history, and it's not necessarily censored, so you can learn the good and the bad and the indifferent by reading this book. And there will be a test on it later for you too.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.